What up, you guys? Welcome back to Secret of Mana Remake. And today is a special video that's gonna kind of take a break from the campaign, the story, and stuff like that. And we're gonna deal with a little bit of the side objectives that need to get done before we can continue on. Now, if you're watching this out of sequence, we're doing this video right before we go into the Mana Fortress. So as you can see, we're level 74 just due to all the grinding that we've had to do to get the rare drops to drop for us at this point in the game. We've got all of the mana seeds, of course, and let's see, the mana tree is destroyed by the fortress, but the spirit of the tree uses the last of her strength to synchronize the sword with all of the mana seeds. Randi vows to fulfill the will of his people, the Mana Tribe, and destroy the fortress with his fully powered sword. The party moves on to confront Thanatos at the Mana Fortress. So, as you can see, we're basically done with everything in the world. All we need to do here is go and land at every single location pertaining to this achievement. What this achievement wants us to do is land in 52 different areas of the game with Flammie. So we're going to take Flammie here. Now there's a bunch of stuff that we've actually done where a lot of this is going to have already been done just by playing the game. However, we are going to go through and we're just going to take every place piece by piece. So I'll be sharing a link to a map that somebody else created. I don't have his name offhand here, but I'll give credit where credit is due, of course. So what we're looking for first here is Potos Village. So I know we see Gaia's Navel right here. There's the Witch's Castle. So we're just looking for... Let's see... There's the Water Palace. Would this be Potos? It's Kippo. Okay, so here's what you're gonna see. So we got Potos Village, then Potos Village Cannon Travel Center, and then there's also gonna be the outskirts. We need to land Flammie at every one of these locations, sadly. So let's see here. We're going to land here first, Potos Village, which is going to drop us right in the outskirts. There we go. Landed. Done. So that's part one. So now would be the outskirts right there. So long as you're getting that little tag right there that's saying this is where you need to, this is what you're landing as, this is where we'll land. We remember from our first episodes how little we were dealing damage. Look at us now. Top dog. You've been following since the first episode, you know what I mean. Top dog. And that dragon has a ridiculous haircut. I'm not going to say that every time, but it's known, right? Everybody knows. Potos Village Cannon Travel Center is our next stop here. Here we go. All right. So the next place we're looking for is Nico's. So Nico has his own house right outside of the Water Palace. So we can immediately go, where's the Water Palace? Where's the Water Palace? Is this the Water Palace? No, it's not. Is this the Water Palace? No, that's the Witch's Castle. The Water Palace is a little bit more out of the way. Let's see. There's Pandora Ruins. Is this anything? No. By a river. So the Forest of Seasons. We know all that. All that. I feel like in the original it was around here. Okay, so yeah, there's the Water Palace right there. Let's bring it into this view here. So there's the Water Palace, and we know that Nikos is not far off. Right there. Okay. There we go. Landed in front of Nico. I'm sure Nico's home. Hey! Right there. So, just a quick reference point. We stopped by all these places in the playthrough, but this kind of shows you where we're at. If you remember, you know, moving through these areas to begin with, then you already know where to go. You have a general idea of, oh, okay, Nico's is there, the Water Palace is nearby. Alright, so the Water Palace is next on our list. Right there, and since I have, like, walked into it, all I have to do is just drop right in. Perfect. And there we go. Water Palace. Water Palace is just to the north. We could stop by and say what's up to Sage Luca, but we busy. We got a lot to get through. So, number 6 on our list, Pandora. Alright, so we're just looking for a decent-sized town. There's Pandora's Castle. Pandora. Let's see. On our list, we have Pandora, Pandora's Castle, Pandora's Ruins. So we got plenty of spots to get right here. Pandora. Okay. Now we're looking for Pandora's Castle first. There we go. That way I can stay in order. Don't want to get out of order here. That's how we get confused, and that's how we lose our place, and that's how we don't get achievements. Like me in my playthrough. Learn from my mistakes. I'm not going to get 100%, but you can. Pandora's Ruins is next. It's going to drop us right outside of where Thanatos started his little shindig over there. Alright. So next up on the list, number 9, East Kippo Village. Then we have Kippo Village. So we have 2 different parts for Kippo Village, which is right over here. Our first one is East... Oh, no, that's Potos. We need Kippo, which would be over here. Yeah. East Kippo Village. Okay. Coming on in. Right there. We're a little bit out in the middle of the wilderness. We're not even really close to the village, surprisingly enough. If you remember, this is on the way to Gaia's Navel in the first part of the game. Real simple stuff. So you can just look on the map right there. You can see there's a town. Obviously, it's going to be Kippo. Let's go on and drop on in. This is the hometown of Diluc, if you remember.
Stop by Dad's store later, okay?
Sure will. I'm sure your dad has awesome wares for the Mana Knight. Top dog. Okay. So next we're going to be heading over to 11, 12, and 13, which is the southeast Gaia's Lowlands, which is around this area right here, we know. Perfect. We're already in the first part. We know that Gaia's Navel is this big waterfall-like area. and it kind of surrounds and goes into the underground here, so we know exactly where what we're looking for. Perfect. And just for reference, this puts us right outside the 2 waterfalls where we get to the underground city, or the Dwarven village. The underground palace. That's what I was wanting to say. Okay. So the Gaia's Lowlands Canon Travel Center. So we're looking right there. And again, you can kind of, well, Flammie's a little bit in the way, but you can kind of see there's a cannon there. That's what we're looking for. Perfect. Hey, how's it going? We're just coming in and we're coming out. Now, number 13, Northwest Gaia Lowlands. So, when it's talking about Northwest, it makes me think it's closer to the Witches area, because that was north. There's Nico. We're just gonna kind of float around here a little bit. I bet it's just above of the waterfall there. Oop. Is that what we're looking for? Northwest Gaia Lowlands. That's the travels. Southeast. We're looking for northwest. We're looking for northwest, and it's got to be over here, right? Northwest Gaia Lowlands. That's very specific. I believe this puts us at the crossroads where we can go to the haunted forest, and yep, right there. Okay. So yeah, if you remember, the haunted forest is just to the north of here, and this is basically a 3-way with a bunch of flowers, and the cannon travels over that way. Perfect. Alright. So number 14 has us going to the Witch's Castle, which is just north of where we're at right now. So right there, we can already see it. Perfect again. Awesome. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So number 15, Forest of Seasons. Now, playing the game, you kind of know Forest of Seasons. That's in the Upperlands. Here we go. Right here. You can kind of see the different colors. The pink is supposed to signify spring, summer, and fall. And I don't know if they got winter out there, but yeah, you get a general idea of what they're trying to portray on the map. Drops us right into winter. Fantastic. So now, number 16, Forest of Seasons Cannon Travel Center. Okay, so now whenever we're looking for something like that, look for that cannon right there. Forest of Seasons Cannon Travel Center. Perfect. So you can see this achievement's not too bad. It's just a little tedious work. Knowing the layout of the map helps a lot. You're like, oh no, where's Taznica? Where's this? Where's, you know, stuff like that. That goes a long way in just playing the game and feeling it out. So the Great Forest. Now we're looking for the Great Forest. Now when they're talking about Great Forest, I'm assuming they're talking about the Forest of Upperland, you know, where we were all at for however long with the seasons and stuff. So looking at this looks like the Forest of Seasons is directly to our right over here. So this is the way to Montango. If you look, the orb was right here. We took that out, and then we're just working our way up. And I'm getting put to sleep. Oh, it's a mess. Yeah. You get the idea. We're just gonna get covered in CC. Let's go. Yeah, they're just throwing so many spells at us right now. Super angry, we stopped by. Okay. So where were we? Great Forest, so now we're looking for number 18, Sprite Village. Sprite Village. We came across that earlier, so we know it's nearby. It's just kind of playing around, getting a feel, looking at the different landmarks, seeing what you see. That's the Wind Palace. Sprite Village. Perfect. And if you remember, this is the place that was attacked by that bird beak thing, just south of the Wind Palace. There. And then number 19, Wind Palace, is directly north of this area. So we're just going to go up and right back down. Right there. There. Got it. Got it. Alright, number 20. Great Forest Cannon Travel Center. And now we're looking for another cannon. Great Forest Cannon Travel Center. So basically, directly just to the north of where we were at. We're just moving a little bit north. See the cannon, dropping right in. Awesome. There. Number 21, Matango. If you remember, Matango is the kingdom of mushrooms, and these are peaceful mushrooms. Perfect. And we know that that's just a little off to where we were beforehand. So we're going to drop right on to Matango. And if you've seen, I went a little bit too far and there was Fung Castle. That's going to be our next area. Here we are in the kingdom itself of Matango. We can go just a little bit further and we can actually land at Fung Castle. Perfect. Right in front. Basically, yeah, what you're looking for is just each of the landing screens that they allow you to drop from Flammie. So here, number 23, Cave of the White Dragon. Now, that one was... Well, there we go. I knew it was behind the castle itself, because that's how they sent us out. So, never actually landed here while playing the game. Why would you ever need to, you know? But here you go. Looks like this is the place where we probably fought the Great Viper that was protecting the area to get to where Flammie was. That, you know, where he lost his parents. So I don't know, maybe Flammie's, you know, rebelling with that ridiculous hair. He doesn't have parents. He doesn't know any better. So maybe I shouldn't give him such a hard time. Let's see here. This moves us over to number 24 in the Kakara Desert. Awesome. One of my favorite areas to be. So we're looking for Kakara Desert itself. Perfect. Good enough. There's also Kakara itself, and then Kakara's travel agency. So there's a couple places we're going to be coming through. So here we are. Just out in the middle of the desert. No need to worry. Unlike with the playthrough, we're not going to get lost. We've got Flammie. And now his kind of okay haircut. So I have number 25 as Kakara itself, so we will land in Kakara. Let's keep things straight. Kakara. I don't mind. I don't mind it. It might be hot, but I got these boys some water. They're doing good. Alright. We're going to take back off, and we're just going to land directly off to the right, to the east, as we need Kakara Cannon Travel Center. Alright. Hope I don't miss it. There we go. Hey, what's up?
There.
Alright, so number 27 has us going to the Fire Palace, which you know is directly to the west of Kakara. So we don't have to go too far. Just turn our compasses and there we go. Alright. Got it. The next place, number 28, looks to be the Moon Palace. And the Moon Palace, for whatever reason, we can't get to it without Flammie, is right here. In the middle of the desert, in the middle of a crater of sorts, I don't know. I'm not sure. Technically, we would have already had this one, as this is one of the many places that we have to drop by with Flammie anyway. But just crossing our T's, dotting our I's. Because I want to have just a full-fledged show of where everything is at. For good reference for me and future playthroughs, and then for you, if you want something like that. So Totu, let's see. Number 29, Toto Village. So this is actually over in Ice Country, now that we are done with the desert. Now we're looking for ice. There we go. So Toto Village. Santa's house. That's the tropics. Ice Palace. Toto Village. There's a couple places here we'll be hitting up. Looks like I hit up Toto Village last. That's how it works sometimes. Alright, now that Toto Village is done, we're going to go to number 30, North Frozen Forest. Okay, let's fly around until we find North Frozen Forest. Real pretty.
There.
Alright, number 31, Santa's house. Right next to the tropics. I bet you Santa was about that. He was about the tropics.
There.
Probably went over there, got himself a nice hot coffee. Alright, so that's Santa's house, number 31. So number 32, the South Frozen Forest. So if we're talking south, let's head south. South Frozen Forest, perfect. There we go. Get away from me.
There.
Let's get out of here. Alright, so it takes care of the South Frozen Forest. Number 33 is the Frozen Forest Cannon Travel Center. So now we're looking for a cannon. I see one right over there. Frozen Forest Cannon Travel Center. Alright. I'm gonna land there next. Bam.
There.
Number 34, the Tropics. Or just Tropics if you want to get real technical about how we're naming these. Right there. This one's really easy to see as it's tropical in the ice country. Not a lot of snow on the ground here. Bam. Remember we picked up Salamando here.
There.
Okay. Number 35 is the Crystal Forest. We got a couple more places to pick up here. Right here, Crystal Forest. Looks to be just to the left of the tropics itself.
There.
Good. Number 36, Nico's Crystal Forest Branch. So this is the little area before the Ice Palace, which is this right here, where Nico is just off to the left. Thought. It's Toto. It's a Crystal Forest. So that's Santa's house? Nico's Crystal Forest branch. You remember there was two ways to get into the Ice Palace. He took a left or a right. Nico was at a dead end right over here. And that's where you'll find him.
There.
Number 37, the Ice Palace. This one's pretty simple, as it actually has a big identifier right on the map. And we'll just go directly there and land. Bam. Purdy. Well, not really.
There.
I don't know if anybody would want to stay there. So now we are done with Ice Country, and we can move on to number 38, Southtown. So now we're gonna start getting into the depths of the Vandal Empire. I'm gonna fly around like an idiot here. Try to find ourselves some towns. Okay, so I think, as you can see right here, we got a couple places. None of them are lining up right now. There's Northtown. Northtown Ruins. We know that we came there from, like, the sewers. So one of these places has gotta be Southtown, right? Southtown. Perfect. So Southtown is going to be the first place we pick up here. And we've landed here before, but we're just doing this to cross our T's and dot our I's. Remember, we came here to see Mara and pick up the key to the Gold Tower, which ended up becoming the Light Palace. Alright, so Southtown Cannon Travel Center, number 39, is directly right there. Perfect. Hey man, stopping by.
There.
Most of these places are going to be picked up through just cannon travel. Like, you need to land here on Flammie, but what I mean is, you're never going to land there on Flammie. Why would you? You'll just fly. A lot of these places that we're picking up in this video are through just going and landing on the travel centers. Okay, so now that we've got number 39 out of the way, number 40, Northtown, which we know is going to be over here, a little bit bigger. We're going to land right in there. Perfect.
There.
Don't need to stay here much longer. Number 41, Northtown Ruins. Now, this place was the place that was just off to the east here, where Thanatos was also trying to suck the power, the life essence, out of the Vandal Empire, which he's a part of. He's trying to suck the very townspeople of his own country, his own nation.
There.
Speaks to the character of that guy. Okay, so now we got number 41 out of the way, Northtown Ruins. Let's head on over to the Imperial Palace, number 42. And I'm pretty sure that that's just that castle right to the north of Northtown. Well, even though Gashtar tried to blow this place up, it's still blocked off. We're not getting back in there. But funny, with all the things that have happened there, they still have it blocked off. They still have their military parked outside. Okay, number 43, Mandala. Mandala could be easily missed. Whenever we're dealing with Sage Jock, you're always going to land off in the mountains. We're looking for the Great Lofty Mountains. You're always going to land right in front of the temple here. The Temple of Darkness, Palace of Darkness. But there is a small town out here. that has its own temple, but it's not necessarily connected to mana. So we're looking for Mandala. There we go. We're gonna land at Mandala, which I don't know if we did in our playthrough, but I think we did. It's not very far from where you land originally. So, Town of Mandala. Pretty standard place. Decent amount of gear to buy here if you're doing the full run-through, which is in the walkthrough. Alright, so number 44, Mandala Temple. So this place has a temple. It's more of a museum or a history place. Mandala Temple is just slightly off to where Mandala is itself. So if you remember, we went up here and we actually saw some pretty cool stuff. They have orbs. Look at that. Just from our playthrough, I just got the achievement. Land in all the places for Flammie. Now, that's not to say that you haven't landed at all the places either. So we're going to continue on here. But anyways, there were some orbs that kind of like talked about the history of the past of this place. And it made it almost seem like it was our history here in real life kind of thing. As the reporters were, you know, reporting on these mystical things that were happening. Very cool place. I highly recommend checking it out. Alright, so number 45, Lofty Mountains, which is our typical landing spot here, right in front of the Palace of Darkness. Right there, if you remember that. This is where we could always land. We would never be able to land any further north, closer to Sage Jog, so that's as good as it got for us. So number 46, Gold City. So one of my favorite places, and one of my favorite places, you know, story-wise, just the whole story of everything that's going on there, is Gold City, or the Gold Isle. So what we're looking for here, just a big ol' island right there. Perfect. Gold Tower and Gold City. So we're gonna land ourselves here at Gold City first, and then, as you can guess, number 47 will be Gold Tower. Hello, hello. I'm sure we can go talk to the king that rules here, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, gold, it's all mine." Not even realizing what's happened yet. Number 47, the Gold Tower. Just gonna move a little bit up, and right on top of that tower. Bam! There you have it. You got it.
There.
So number 48, the Republic of Taznica. Republic of Taznica. It kind of almost looks like a peninsula or a naval base. But it's the heart and soul of the Republic, which we're a part of. So I think right here. Yep. Republic of Taznica. Kind of off by itself. Just this little, like, naval base, so to speak. You remember landing here, we dealt with the spy, saved the king, yada yada yada. Number 49, the Mana Palace. The Mana Palace is that place that kind of rose up from the reef. And that's where we were able, or not us, but where the Empire was able to get the Mana Fortress out of. So, let's see if we can find that again. There we go. So what you're kind of looking for is, like, you can tell something's underwater. It almost looks like a pyramid of sorts. So that's what we're looking for. Mana Palace. We're just going to land there and take right back off. No doubtedly, you've landed here multiple times throughout your playthrough. So a couple places that might be out of reach here are number 50, Turtle Shell Isle. Now, if you followed the walkthrough, then you would have already gotten this place. However, if not, that's absolutely fine. What we're looking for here is just this little tiny island right here. And this place is completely cut off from the world. They're very nice, peaceful people. And they sell a very special item for the people of Kakara. I don't remember what that item is called. Number 51 is Lighthouse Isle. So, Lighthouse Isle, pretty self-explanatory. You're looking for an isle that has a lighthouse on it. And bam, there we go. Right in between Gaia's Navel and Ice Country is Lighthouse Isle. Now, while landing here, you're actually going to want to go in and climb the stairs. We're going to head all the way up to the top. It's 47 floors. I'm just kidding. Alright. And there's going to be this big bald-headed guy up here. You need to talk to him.
I'm Picard, caretaker of this lighthouse. Not many ships on these rough seas, but I still keep watch. Did you know there's a whole sunken continent northeast of here near the coral reef? That mana palace is really just a giant switch that'll bring the continent back to the surface. The ancients must have been powerful. There are probably more unexplainable mysteries under the ocean.
There's no telling. But anyways, what this is doing, this is allowing you to get all of the characters. Picard, as you can see, he would have been the last one. We've officially talked with everybody. We've got all 46 characters now. And that is essentially the end of the video. I will show you, for all intents and purposes, where the 52nd location is, the Pure Land. However, we can't land there anymore. But the story will force you to go there, so you would have already had this area. It's just this volcano, Pure Land. What? What? Okay. So in the original, I don't think you can land here anymore. So this is kind of it's kind of neat that you can land right next to the mana tree.
There.
And I think they did that because they added the achievements in, so they needed a way for you to come back and actually land here. It's a good deal. Good stuff. Alright, so that, I don't think you can land anywhere else. Because if you were able to come in here and like grind those mobs or whatever, that'd be pretty lucrative. Just ask me. Alright guys, so that is the entire list of the Land of Mana and where you need to land to get the achievements for landing with Flammie everywhere. So I appreciate you sticking around. I hope it helped, and let me know down below if you need to know anything else or for you need any other references. I will be giving credit to the guy who made this list for me and for everybody. His list was amazing, really well thought out and planned out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll play ya in the next video.